There is no good business without good documentation. 4Files is centrally oriented electronic documentation system, maximally independent of the operational system, which enables remote work without being limited to internet communication only. It is possible to work offline, and documents can be subsequently exchanged and synchronized when connection is established. For the purposes of demonstration, let's look at an example of a company which has 3 basic activities. A company has to manage a large set of documents. Besides the basic attributes, subject, and annotation, it is necessary to assign attributes that would describe class, status, type of a document, and other. 4Files specifically introduces additional attributes, groups, subgroups, and categories, subcategories. These 2 pairs of additional document description enables cross-reviews, analytical and synthetical reviews, as well as additional management of document statistics. Depending on the ingenuity and skill of assigning these 2 pairs of attributes, it is possible to obtain qualitatively advanced reports. You're currently looking at the part of the application for the electronic documentation register, eBinder, or project formerly called 4Files. Main menu is used to select an activity. In the demo version, it is possible to perform only a few activities. 4File system allows working with instances, print preview, and exit of the program. The instance should be looked at as one large binder. It can be created internally by business sectors or regions, or externally for business associates, for example, bookkeepers or other service companies. Within the settings, Mini and Quick Help. These functions are very useful at the beginning of work and can be turned off later. Within the settings, multi-language support is provided. In Help, you can find everything related to work with eBinder. Divider cards enable the choice of working with 4Files program. In the demo version, it is possible to perform only one set panel, and that is View Documents. These are the buttons that are used to manage reviewing of the scope of a document. Filtering scope of the list of the documents is temporary. It is only valid until the view item is changed or back button is pressed. In order to permanently save the reduced volume of the list of the documents that are tabulated, it is necessary to save that selection permanently. This way, the scope of the list is preserved even after changing the view item. Removing the filter. This is the area where I can choose to view documents that are visible to me. They are divided into 4 areas. My documents. Views sorted by document class. My documents are contained in the first review, and the other overviews are derived from my documents. So, we have documents derived by month, financial documents, and cross-reviews. Documents sorted by month. This shows an overview of all documents, subjects by month, and grouped by type of documents. Documents can contain value without being financial documents that form subtotals and totals. For example, a contract and an offer have value, but they are not financial documents and they are not affecting the sum. Only financial documents. Incoming and outgoing invoices, sorted by period. Financial documents must contain value, income, or expense, and form subtotals and totals. The description of the features and scope of our file system begins with defining the organizational structure and assigning the user, in this case employee, to his appropriate workplace. It is important to note that access to the documents belongs to the workplace and not to the employee. Each of the users of the company can see the scope of documentation allowed to his workplace. This means that every boss sees all the documents of his subordinates and the director sees all the documents. This is the area where I see the list of the documents available to me. This is the area where I can see documents grouped by criteria from the header. With one click on the column header, it changes and forms an overview of the list of documents grouped by newly selected column. These are the labels of the documents by which the grouping was performed. In practice, the list of documents is very extensive and it is necessary to use the filtering method to reduce it to a usable volume of documents that can be seen in one view item. For example, we want to select Paris from a group of documents. We sort documents by the group. With one click on the column header, a menu with all possible choices will appear. Let's choose Paris. The table will mark the selected document. One click on the selected document. We get all the documents that belong to the Paris group. If the review needs to contain more criteria, for example, from the group column, we select Paris, Rome, and Construction. From the list of group, we highlight Paris. By right-clicking on the selected field, a menu with 4 options will appear. Selection of only documents that belong to the selected group, add and display, or selection of all other documents except the one belonging to the marked group, exclude and display. We add Paris to the selected group, and on the same way we add Rome. With Construction, we confirm the choice. On screen, we get all the documents for the selected group, Paris, Rome, and Construction. Crossover views of documents with additional document statistics management. They can be very useful if documents from different classes belong to the same groups and/or categories. In this display, we have a cross view of case documents, internal and external, sorted by category and grouped by type of a document. When we select only financial documents from the crossover view by type of a document, then all income and expenses are shown according to the assigned categories or by assigned groups. It is of interest to the company to analyze how many appliances were sold in the Paris region. Only invoices are issued. Select an item by clicking on any field from the Documents column that says Invoices. By double-clicking on the selected invoice field, all accounts are displayed. Click on the category header and all invoices grouped by category are displayed. In the Groups column, double-click on the city of Paris and you will get the required overview. In the resulting overview, we see a document group header with the number of documents in the group indicated. calculated subtotals of the value of financial documents belonging to the group. Also, a percentage is given in relation to the total sum of all financial documents. If the review is not designed as a financial one, a percentage of the number of documents within the review is given. This is the column by which the documents are grouped or sorted. Document visibility subselection criterion or filter. One click on this field will display the complete selection. An area that graphically indicates the percentage of documents that are currently being processed. An area that indicates the status of the document currently selected from the table. The area that indicates the row or document that is currently selected from the table in relation to the total number of documents in the tabular overview. The area that shows the user who is the author or owner of the marked document. If no document is marked, the field shows the user who is currently working on the computer. By clicking on it, all documents authored by the user are obtained. Information area. It exclusively contains data on the total sum of all financial documents. The area is empty if the view is not designed for a financial view. It is of interest of a company to analyze how many refrigerators were sold by region Paris and Rome where only invoices are issued. Select an item by clicking on any field from the doc column that says Invoice. By double-clicking on the selected Invoice field, all invoices are displayed. Click once on the group's header and all invoices grouped by groups are shown. In the Categories column, double-click on Refrigerator and you will get the required view. These are the buttons used to manage the way documents are viewed. Furthermore, the company has an interest in analyzing the share of income from its activities. It is simple because categories contain activities. Click on Categories in the header of the table. Click on Synthetics Analytics button and obtain the required values. Click on the Pie button and you will get a graphic display of the results. Remove the pie view and click on the bar and you will get a view with costs. Summary. Currently, the 4 Files project is under development and this demo version was created for 3 reasons. Promotional or educational, which means that the user gets to know one function or review of electronic documentation. Interactive, reactive, which means I expect criticism from potential users, which is important to finish version 0.0. Last but not least, marketing, which means that a network of partners who could give professional support to end users can be already formed. Thank you for your time and attention.